everybody, Brent here from Music 214, and recently I uploaded a video here showing the behind the scenes of a great opportunity that I got, which was to play the National Anthem at the home opener football game at the local university. It was a great experience, and I highly recommend you go check out that video. There's lots of in-depth information there about what goes into a performance like that, and it is certainly a one-of-a-kind experience. So what I thought I would do today is I would show you my arrangement of the National Anthem and how to play it and what I did and what I came up with in hopes to inspire you to maybe go play the National Anthem or come up with your own arrangement of it or something like that, and realize that it doesn't have to be a singer. You can do instrumental versions of this and make it interesting and cool. Now, of course, I'm coming to you from Canada. Our national anthem is O Canada, and if you're watching from outside of Canada, certainly go ahead and watch this video, and maybe you can find some ideas of ways that you can apply it to your own anthem wherever it is that you live. I would definitely recommend doing this at some point, though. If you're a guitar player, it is a great experience, and if you can come up with a cool arrangement, it definitely puts you in a niche category where you can play anthems that are really, really unique and really, really different. All right, so let's dive in. I've got my Charvel here that I used to actually play the anthem in that video, and that's what I use live, so I'm going to use it here to show you. And so let's take a look. All right, everybody, I'm going to show you how I came up with my arrangement of this particular song. And this anthem, O Canada, is pretty similar to most anthems where, you start off kind of slow, it builds, and then you build up to this big kind of grand ending. And the idea is just, especially at a sporting event, to kind of get everybody hyped up and get them ready to go, especially with the crowd as well. So, like I said, I've got my Charvel here that I've used in the performance, and this is what I use live, so I'm using it here. Typically, I have a more higher gain tone, so dial in your favorite high gain lead sound, but for demonstration purposes right now I have kind of a lower kind of dry tone here, so just to make it easier for teaching purposes. So again, dial up your favorite lead tone and then play it how you think it should sound. So what I start off with basically is this is in the key of G, and I start off usually with kind of a big open G5 chord, just to kind of set the the key that we're going to be in. And then the first couple of phrases of O Canada is just basically B, D, G, and then you're kind of going up through the G major scale. So what I like to do there is just kind of harmonizing it, kind of with what the root notes of the chords would be underneath. So for the first three notes, you would have kind of a G to F sharp to E. So I do it like this. And I'm kind of hybrid picking. I'm using my finger and my pick to kind of separate those notes as much as I can. But and then when I go to the second phrase, I start the first note here, this A, by itself, and then I just harmonize all the notes all the way up again. And then the last three notes, I just basically do the same thing. I'm going to grab the first B here by itself, and then I'm going to harmonize the C sharp with the G because we kind of modulate a little bit. and then grab the D with the F sharp. And then this last little phrase, in all our son's command, you know, I just basically do it single note with some bends just to give it a little bit more of a vocal quality, because we're kind of capping off that particular section. And adding a little vibrato there. Now the second section here, which is basically the B section of the anthem, I'm basically playing the notes on the G string, just going up and down while having the open droning D string. So. And so while I do that, I have the open D. Now this particular line here at the end that I'm going into is usually just pretty straightforward, which is just kind of a rundown through the major scale. So what I like to do is on the final notes there, I'll do a little trill between the note before it. So it starts with the E, and then when I go to the D, I'll trill between the D and the E, and then the C and the D, the B and the C, and then the A. Just add something a little more interesting to it. And then it repeats that first line of that section again. And now we're going to modulate a little bit. And basically when I come out of this section, now we're going to head into the second half of the anthem. And so we're going to start building up a little bit. So I'm going to go up an octave. So we basically finish this off modulating with that C sharp again there. Now normally it ends there on that D, but now I want to get up the octave. So what I do here, just for my personal choices, I outline the D major chord. So I go D. So I'll just mimic that. So it's D, F sharp, A, D, because then my next note is going to be this B here up the octave. So. And then that'll lead me to this next section. So the next section starts here with the B, and basically if you were just playing it normally, it would just be B, D, and then G, and then the same pattern, just up a note. So C, up to E, and then A. But what I like to do is, first of all, I like to play the first one with the bend that C up to the D. So giving a little bit more vocal quality with the bends, you know, and adding some vibrato, making it a little bit more guitar-ish. And then leading to the second one, I do this little, what I like to call like a Brian May Queen type lick, which is... And basically just, it's basically the D to the E. Little chromatic lick. And then I do the same thing here with the second line with the bends. Adding some vibrato. So together those are. Next line is very straightforward. It's just a little chromatic 3-note thing. It goes from D, D sharp, E. And then I'm going to slide down to the C. So instead of... I'd like to do the little legato hammer-on pull-off for the B to the C back down. And then this line I like to do palm mute it just to give it a little different flavor. Now we're getting into the final stanza here, so basically it's just D and then bending the F sharp up to the G. Little pull off to the E there. That same little lick there again, that C to the B with the pull off bound to the A. And now we're at the final 3 notes. This is the big build up at the end, so we're going to go up to the D. And then a unison bend at the F sharp. And then the unison bend on the G. Now you can end there. I like to tag it with a little harmonic on the D, G, and B string on the 5th, 7th, and then 12th. And then cap it with that G chord at the beginning. That's how I've arranged "O Canada." All right, I hope you enjoyed that. Hopefully I've inspired you to come up with your own arrangement, or just take my arrangement straight up. If you really liked it, go ahead, perform that national anthem at whatever sporting event you can get to, or even if it's just at home or just on Canada Day or whatever. But hopefully you took something away from this video. Hopefully you enjoyed it. Like the video, please subscribe. Keep an eye out for more videos coming all the time. Share it with everybody that you know. If you know guitar player friends that could use this information, go ahead and just keep checking back. Really, really appreciate the support. Take care.